Good morning and welcome back. I've got another Monster High video for you today. Today we're looking at Clawdeen. I am loving this Boo-riginal Creeproduction line. They are amazing. I don't have the original ghouls. I wasn't collecting dolls at the time that they first came out, so I wasn't able to get those, and if I was to get them, I'd have to buy them on eBay for like a much more expensive price. But from what everybody is saying, these are a really faithful reproduction to, like, they're really comparable to the originals, so I'm really happy about that. I don't feel like I'm missing out. Like, I'm happy with these. I have the original ghouls. I have the original dolls. Basically. Anyway, so I've already opened and reviewed both Frankie and Draculaura. If you want to see those, I'm gonna try and remember to put them up in the iCards. If not, check out my Monster High playlist, and the doll, they will be on my channel. I've already, by the time you're seeing this, I've already uploaded those two videos. So anyway, yeah, let's take a look at Clawdeen. So this is what the front of the box looks like. I will get rid of the glare in a little bit. These are very similar to the original packaging that they came out with, just a little bit more open. You can actually see the doll, which is nice because the original ones seem to be a little bit more closed in. It's got that same coffin shape cutout, but they widened it a little bit, so the focus is more on the doll. Before, like, it kind of cut in right here and right here, so like you could see the doll, but she was kind of halfway covered up. So I actually like this packaging a little bit better. What's cool about this is, like, not only is that cut out like a coffin, because, you know, monsters, but it's Monster High School, you know, high school supplies. This kind of looks like a trapper keeper or whatever, with the flap right here closing it. It looks like a binder. So that's really cool, and I really like that. They have little icons or symbols. So like for Clawdeen, you've got the crossbones here, and down here you've got a skelett that looks like a werewolf, and then a paw print right there, which I think is really cute. Now, I mentioned this in the Frankie video. I forgot to say, I tend to repeat myself a lot when I point out these things that are similar from the same line. But over here on the original, it used to say Freaky Got Fabulous. And then on the back, there's all the information here that is pretty much the same, except it doesn't have her freaky flaw anymore. And I was speculating that it's because Mattel is trying to get away from using the word freak or freaky. I don't know why. They started it back when they did the reboot for Monster High, the reboot that we don't talk about apparently. The 2015 reboot changed it to Monster Quirk. So instead of freaky flaw. But the thing is, they don't even have a monster quirk, which, I mean, I understand that because that was for the reboot, which is kind of like a separate thing. This is going back to the original. But I'm kind of sad that they don't have that, because I really like that idea, that whole, like, you don't have to be perfect, and, you know, the things that you see as flaws make you individual. It makes me a little sad that they didn't include that, but I mean, I guess I understand why. Like, maybe they just, you know, there are people that might be sensitive to that word, so they don't want to use it for that reason. It's not the biggest deal. At the end of the day, it's not, but it, like, that's one of the things I liked about Monster High, and I'm a little sad to see it go, but it doesn't ruin the doll for me. I still got a fabulous doll. Anyway, speaking of the back of the box, here is the back of the box. Up at the top, it says Monster High, and it says, what does it say? Meet the frighteningly fashionable teenage children of the world's most famous monsters. So also on the back, it says Clawdeen Wolf, daughter of the werewolf, age is 15. Pet is Crescent, a scary, cute little kitten as fuzzy as I am. So there is Crescent. Crescent looks a little bit more scary than cute to me. Favorite food is steak. Rare. End of sentence. She likes a rare steak. Like, okay, that's fine. BFFs, Frankenstein and Draculaura. None of them are friends with Laguna. I just realized that. What is Laguna? Hold on. I'm down with everybody, bruh. What? All right. Laguna's friends with everybody, bruh. Along with all, like, the symbols that I talked about and everything, down here is a little cassette tape. They all say something different. So hers is 12/2/10. So December 2nd, 2010. Full moon mix. What happened on December 2nd, 2010? Something must have been released. Like, there might have been a line. Maybe, when did this line come out? I knew that came out in 2010. Is that the date of the release date of the first Monster High dolls? I don't know. But anyway, usually when they have a date like that, there's some significance. On the top, it's missing the window that was on the original boxes, but instead it has a little saying. So for hers, it says, 8/4/10. Oh, there's another one here. So August 4th, 2010, Moonlight Dance Committee meeting. Interesting. So some kind of a meeting that happened before they were released, maybe? I don't know. Ooh, now I'm intrigued. So let's go ahead and get her out of the box. I want to see her. I want to do that. Oh, also, I do have the 2015 re-release of the original ghouls that came out that I'm going to be comparing them to. Let me open this really quick. What I like is you just pull this in, and then you're able to just lift this entire thing out of the box, just like that. Super easy. And then I just have to cut her free from her bindings, and then we'll be able to take a look at the doll. Before I do that, here she is just in her box, the way she is displayed without the glare. So now you can kind of see it a lot easier. But oops, I'm dropping things. Okay, well, that is a sign for me to turn off the camera for a second. I'm going to cut all of these ties and everything, get her free from the box. I will be right back, and then we'll take a look at all the details and compare her to the other version that I have. So I will be right back. Imagine that. I'm listening to Girls Aloud. I'm getting back into my like 2000s mode. Listening to a bunch of music around the time that these dolls came out. But anyway, she's out of the box and she looks gorgeous. I don't know why I just aggressively did that towards the camera, but she looks gorgeous. I love this doll. Oh my God. She is so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to look at her in just a second. I always like to start off with the accessories to get them out of the way because otherwise I forget. So she comes with a stand, and people are referring to this as like a terracotta color. So that makes sense. Kind of looks like a terracotta brick color. Like, I don't know how to describe it other than that. But they are the original stands. They also have the Monster High brush with the skull at the top. On the side right here it says Monster High, and it's just a nice brush. I have so many of these. So many. So, you know, I want to do something. I want to do some kind of an art project with these because I don't use these. Like, I have like brushes like these that I use for my dolls when I style their hair. These just like go into a tub that I have, and so I have so many doll brushes, like all kinds. Monster High, tons of Ever After High, Barbie, My Little Pony, like any doll that I have that came with a brush, I still have all of them. So I want to do something with them, but maybe like some kind of an art piece or something. I have no idea. Maybe I'll just sell them in bulk on eBay. I don't know. Anyway, she also comes with a diary, which is like this composition notebook, and it says Monster High. This diary belongs to Clawdeen Wolf. This is my diary. If you want your life to last longer than it takes to read it, you won't. Basically, she's saying don't read the diary. Anyway, let's read the diary. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to actually read. Oh, what's in here? Oh, cute. Oh, she's got a picture of her. I think she's the only one that did that. But she has a picture of her cat taped in there. That's so cute. Now, I don't have the original dolls to compare to, so I don't know if the original diary is the same or if they changed it at all. But that is the diary that she comes with. She has a little purse, which I like. It's got painted details on it, like the little gold right here. Hold on, let me zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. It's got little chains and zippers and buckles and stuff, molded details, and they're all painted. It does not open, but I love the amount of detail on this. This is a really cute purse. And then of course here is Crescent, her little cat. So cute. Little purple cat. Uh-oh. She's got a little wonk eye. You can kind of see the eye right there is painted above the mold for the eye. But I mean, like, this one you can't really tell, honestly. I only noticed because I was looking so close and I was like, why does it have like under eyeliner? It's like, oh, okay, it's just because it's not, the placement wasn't right. But anyway, so yeah, these are cute. Like I mentioned before, you know, Mattel likes to give pets to all their dolls because I guess pets make dolls sell better. But I don't really care for all of them. But the Monster High ones, though, for some reason I think they're really cute. And then of course here is Clawdeen. She is looking pretty fabulous and I love it. Let's get close in here. First of all, her face, her makeup, just yes. Oh, she looks so pretty. And then up here she does have some earrings. She's got her wolf ears, and they are just like the doll from the original one, not the prototype. So they are molded to her head. It's not the ones with the ears on the headband. And she has the 4 separate golden earrings. She does have 2 necklaces. One is this little choker with the studs on it, with painted studs, and then one is this little pendant necklace with the purple pendant painted there. This is the jacket that the Haute Couture version of herself made into a purse. My Haute Couture one is put away, and unfortunately I can't get her out right now to show you side by side. But if you want to see that, I'll try and remember to put that up in the iCards for that review. I did already review that and unbox her. So here's her top. It's got these like tiger stripes on it with the ruffle around the neck, and then she's got a belt with the painted studs on it. She's got this really cute like satin kind of skirt with a mesh underlayer. Down here she's got these amazing shoes. Like, I don't know if these are boots or if they're like really tall sandals because it's got an open toe and an open heel or what, but all these buckles, everything is painted. She's got these like stocking socks, like these mesh ones that go all the way down to her feet, but they do have an open toe. So that's really nice. I love these shoes, these boots. Oh my God, so good. I am so happy with this doll. She is so pretty. And even though, yes, her hair could use a little bit of help, out of the box, her hair looks great. I'm so happy with this, but I think I am gonna probably give it a little TLC. Like I might, I don't know. I don't need, if I brush it out, it'll make the hair poofy because it's curly. Maybe I'll just rinse it out and condition it because there's not really any product in it, so I don't have to like wash it or anything like that. But if I do condition it, that might help define the curls a little without having to go through the whole process of curling her hair. So here's the 2015 version of Clawdeen. I mentioned in my last couple videos that I got that 6-pack that had all of the original 6 ghouls in it. It was like originally $84 and I got it for like $50 on clearance back in like 2016, 2015 or whatever. But yeah, so like these were re-releases of the original girls in their signature outfits, but they were like budget versions of it. So let's take a look at these dolls side by side, just so you can kind of see what the differences are, because there definitely are some differences. Okay, so side by side, obviously you could tell it's the same character, but there are some differences between the two of them. Starting at the top, they both have the same earrings, so that's the same for each of them. The face screening is actually pretty similar. There's not huge differences. Hold on, let me zoom in. So like here's the Boo-riginal Creeproduction, and here is the 2015 release. Here they are side by side. So you can see there's like mild differences, but like they didn't really change it all that much. Besides that, besides those things, there are some like major differences here. So starting off with the hair, right off the bat, there's a difference. The Boo-riginal Creeproductions hair has much more volume. They are both a saran. I'm also noticing that this feels like a higher quality saran than this one for each of the dolls I've done so far. So like this almost feels like a Kanekalon, but it is definitely saran. It's just nicer on the Boo-riginal Creeproductions. Also, the hair for the Creeproductions is curly, so it's technically longer, but it's curly, so when it's curled, it shrinks up a little. Hers is more straight for the 2015 version, and it is shorter, so you can kind of just see, since they look like to be about the same length, the curly one is going to be longer and the straighter one is going to be shorter. Also, her hair is cut a little choppy, but I'm not mad at it. It still is a good quality and it still looks nice. Like the way it's styled is actually okay. Once we get to the outfit, that's when you're really going to see the differences. So side by side, you can notice like the Boo-riginal Creeproduction has a ruffle around the neck, whereas the 2015 has no ruffle. And then since we're looking at this anyway, let's look at the jewelry. So for the Creeproduction, which I'm going to say is probably very similar to the original, there's painted details on the choker and on the necklace, but for the 2015 version, no painted details. It's just the molded plastic. They both have the same belt. I noticed that the colors for the 2015 one altogether look slightly more faded. The Boo-riginal Creeproductions look more saturated. The Boo-riginal Creeproductions skirt is a little more satin finish, whereas this is like that slightly cheaper fabric. Also, the skirts are shorter on the Creeproductions. The 2015 ones, the skirts were slightly longer for each of them. Also, this is something I wanted to point out. So like if you look at this jacket, around the bottom, it has like a sweatshirt material around the bottom here and around the cuff. And then also right here is like this gold ribbon down the side that's maybe like done to like, I don't know, look like some kind of a detail or a zipper or something. But for the 2015 version, all the purple parts are literally just embroidery, and the gold part as well is just embroidery. It still has the faux fur, but everything else is just embroidery details instead of getting an actual different fabric to do those. Moving down to the shoes, it's another pretty big difference that you're going to see here. So first of all, the shoes themselves for the 2015 one are molded out of a purple plastic and just the gold buckles are painted, whereas for the Boo-riginal Creeproductions shoes are molded from a black plastic, and then all of the straps are painted purple and then have the gold buckles painted on there. Plus the Boo-riginal Creeproductions come with her socks, or these stockings, whereas the 2015 release does not have anything. So I think out of each of these, I think that like so far Frankie wasn't like the biggest difference between the two, but both Draculaura and Clawdeen had big differences. And from what I remember, Laguna has big differences too. So once I get to the Laguna video, you'll see that as well. That being said, I'm not upset by this doll. Like, this is a decent Clawdeen doll. The shortcuts that they made, yes, I would always prefer the original or like this version over the 2015 version. But if I'm being completely honest, like I didn't know what the differences were because I never owned the original one. And I saw this and I was like, oh, I just like this doll. You know, like it's a good Clawdeen doll. So like it's a decent difference, but like I think it's just if you don't know what you're missing, how can you miss it type thing. But yeah, no, this one is much more like the original dolls, and definitely a lot better. Now, I wanted to talk about the articulation. The articulation is the same as the older dolls. So you've got the movement at the head, the movement at the, oh God, the shoulders. The shoulders are so stiff. I don't know why, but they go forward and backward, and they do go out, but it's just, they're so stiff. That joint is so hard to move. They do also have elbow and wrist articulation, as well as the hip and the knee also bends. The knees are also a little stiff, but those can get, you know, they'll loosen up as their joints get bent more often. The one thing I will say for the stiff joints is that they do hold poses really well, and they are fully posable. It's not too stiff to where you can't pose them. It's just I have to work a little harder, but once it's there, it's there. And so it is really good for posing. Oh my gosh, I'm just in love with these dolls. I really like that I can have dolls that are basically comparable to the original. Like, they're not the original. Like, if you're a hardcore collector and like to have that, like the stamp on the back of their neck that has the copyright for the specific date and everything, and you want the serial number that's printed on their lower back to be, you know, the actual original, then yes, like they're technically not the originals, and there are very slight differences, but at the end of the day, this is good enough for me. And if you were never able to get the original, I definitely recommend these ones because they are just as good in my opinion, especially at the same price. They sold these at $24.99 or $24.94 at Walmart, which is the same price that they were when the originals were released back in the day. So the fact that they were able to offer them even with inflation and everything, like, that's amazing. I'm glad that they were able to do this. That's why I was able to get all of them that I was able to get. But anyway, I'm so happy to have these original ghouls on my shelf. I'm definitely going to be putting these on that shelf in front of their inbox counterparts, and you know, have that little Monster High shrine behind me for my videos going forward. But anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below about the reproductions. Were you able to get them in your local Walmarts? And you know, were you lucky enough to get them? Also, what do you think of the, you know, Creeproductions versus the originals? If you have the originals, did you notice any differences that I wasn't aware of? Let me know in the comments down below. Anyway, I'm gonna get going for right now. Thank you so much for watching. I do still have Laguna that I'm going to be deboxing, so if you want to see that video when it comes out, don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell. You'll get the notification when the Laguna video comes out. Anyway, thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye! If you like this video, you can let me know by hitting thumbs up. You can check out some of my other videos by clicking one of the links on the screen. I post new videos every week, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified every time I upload. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video.